Hey, hello and welcome. It is time to continue the adventures of the Von Valancia's dynasty. So, last time we explored the bowels of our ship, got more familiar with the Bloodspun Web cult, and today we are going to land in Footfall in the Furibundus system to properly kick off Chapter 2. Hello from a damp Glasgow. Well, I hope you can dry out a little bit indoors watching the stream, Mad Cat. Hopefully. Indoor heating, watching Based Swede. You almost had it. You almost had it. I'm from Denmark, not Sweden. Very close. Lord Captain. Neville's voice over the Vox sounds weary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact they're not responding to our hails and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries, they're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. So sorry. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Could this be the work of Conrad Voitvia? The silence over the Vox lasts for several seconds. It's possible. He could have hired some scum. Or maybe it's just a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. Send that got you? Yeah, I think that's common both in Denmark and Sweden. Alright, on my orders. All stations, get ready for void combat. So we haven't done this before, so this will probably be a tutorial. Hello Nittler, welcome! No tutorial? It just throws me into it to figure it out for myself?
My lord, another faithful follower has taken your vow.
Madcat, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Just, full U-turn. Just trying to get a heading of, what's going on here. Okay, so we can move and turn. What are these three brackets, though? Okay, so if we move here... then we can... lance it. We can macro cannon it.
This one's going down.
Okay, that did a decent amount of damage. And we also macro cannon it. Is this end turn? I think it is. Don't need to restart shields. Void Ship Ram. could use the port side macro battery.
Onward!
Changing course, disengaging, live to fight another day. So I think we might have gotten rid of those. So then we move down here to start come around towards this other guy. Ouch. Ouch. So here's the problem, it's far more maneuverable than my ship. If I move to here, I won't be able to reach him with anything. From here. Okay, so we can hit him with this. Changing course, disengage. Let's live to fight another day. Okay. Oh, the macro cannons actually have a far wider arc than I thought they would. Alright, let's give them a taste of that as well. And then we come around to here to possibly engage on another turn. Return of the King. Welcome, Fan of Light. Thank you. Also, Nittler, did I say welcome to you? I don't know if I did. I'm a little bit sucked into this, but welcome everybody. I'm gonna chase this one because it is the most damaged.
Fire the lance batteries.
This should kill. Now I can do a swing run. No, don't want to. Just gonna move to here, start chasing him down.
That's the course.
All clear.
Ah, he got away.
Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Just get some ancient machinery. Ooh, that's quite precious, and some scrap. Alright, we're here. Got a bunch of stuff to visit. However, we're gonna go straight to Footfall first. Before doing anything else. Yes! We won. Thank you for the blurb. Right, let's make planetfall on Footfall. So who do we bring with us? Oh, it looks like, what's his name? The Inquisitor guy. He actually did leave our party. I hope he'll be back. I'm gonna leave off Idira and take Kibella instead.
I think Bear is a cutie. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Lurp. Who is that? Your ladyship, forgive me for not welcoming you with the appropriate obeisance. We were told that you would prefer to arrive on footfall incognito, and so we are trying to attract as little attention as possible. I'm here on behalf of the Liege of Footfall, Lord Vladimir Tokara. The Liege awaits the chance to speak with you at his residence, but if you happen to have other business to attend to, I can serve as your guide and tell you about the station. Sitting here surrounded by my cutie Highland coos and dragons. Coo is Scottish for cow, right? Yeah, I'm only very superficially familiar with the Scottish dialect. Ginger cow. Do you have it in the house? Do you have your cows in the house? Because I know some people do that. Cassia's lips curl slightly. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intention. I mean, of course, that's politics. What is the situation on Footfall? Little figurines. Oh, okay. Plus Hela from the MCU and dragons from Game of Thrones. Ah, gotcha. And here I thought you actually might have a couple of Highland cows. I don't know. I don't know your life. There are certain problems, your ladyship, but the Liege can acquaint you with them far better than I. Awareness test succeeded. Behind her polite, soft tone, you detect the slightest hint of nervousness. It is as if she is reciting a reply she has carefully prepared beforehand. I mean, she is meeting with a rogue trader. Being nervous is in its place. You really should talk to the Liege about this. I'm just... She doesn't get a chance to say the rest. Oh no! What happens? She gets shot!
How's this for a warm welcome?
Take a knee and bow.
Alright, what are we dealing with here? Some thugs. Some armored anvils. Death to the false emperor. Your cousin is a farmer. Oh, I see. Alright, got some anvils here, here. I think I want to hang a little bit back with my deployment, so I'm gonna put my rogue trader here. Abelard. Gonna go over here. I kind of have to split them up into two teams. You here. You here. You here. Scala and Abelard do some stuff over here. And Kibella is going to advance deploy all the way up here. Alright.
Let's make it quick.
Aha! Dodged! Nice shooting. Alright. Teophania. Smash or pass Melania from Elden Ring. She is a badass, majestic woman. I have all the respect for her in the world. She is very cool. But I don't want to catch any of that. So it's going to have to be a pretty hard pass. Because I don't want Scarlet Rot on my dick. So, pass. But she still gets an A tier. She still gets an A tier even though it's a pass. I will use that on Agenta. I will use Voice of Command on Agenta. Bring it down on Agenta. And then Agenta can shoot this guy. I'd like to get out and like fire to these guys, so I think instead of Furious Recital. This game is stupid, makes you want to start more 40k armies. What army is this game tempting you to start?
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice. And then with the last point, run and gun, get up into cover.
Rejoice in battle.
And that is going to be it. And then I also get to take a shot. Oh, I'm on the pistol. No. Bring out the sniper rifle. Well, not sniper rifle. Long lass. I keep calling it a sniper rifle because it's a laser sniper rifle. Mostly Sisters of Battle, and secondarily anything with cool psychos.
Scared yet?
Well, Eldar do have some of the coolest psychos. Now it's Argenta's actual turn. So where do I want to shoot from? I think I want to do this.
Faith without deed. Strike is a prayer.
And
As the
pop
Emperor
Revel and
commands,
Slaughter
I
for the buffs. Stop shrimping so much. I'm gonna save run and gun for when these guys are closer, I think. Yeah, they're a bit too far right now.
On in, maggot.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
For now.
Bloodstained Amelia. Ooh, she is a serious contender. Out of thugs, combat shotgun. Doesn't say what that does. Alright, so she's gonna be a problem. Brace for impact. Charge this guy. Let's see, we have... Okay. I am going to swan enemy this guy. And then cleave these two. There we go, that got rid of one of them.
Let's get to it.
Man, it's kind of hard to stay in cover when they keep destroying my cover with those shotguns. Good shooting. Alright, Kybella. She likes lots of soft targets. gonna move to here. He is going to pop captive audience, followed by blade dance,
Soul be purged. The other side awaits.
and she's going to leap. I was hoping she could leap to here, but apparently not. So there we go. And then I'm gonna attack to finish this guy off.
Is a blessing.
And now she has another jump.
The
Jump to this
shadows will
guy.
see it done.
There we go. She has another jump.
As honor ordained. The other side
Get rid of
awaits.
him. Now Cassia. I move like to here. Could do that. Let's do that.
Always drowned in scarlet. Now you're clad in scarlet.
Yes, that was definitely worth. Then we, not voice of command, and we glimpse of fate herself.
Navigator, not a servitor.
Keep her alive a little bit. Voice of command on Pascal.
If you insist, Lord
Who
Captain.
has his turn coming up next? Someone needs to deal with bloodstained Amelia, and I think Abelard is the right person to do it. Can I?
Do not
No,
dare
there's no line of
ask.
sight. Alright, we're gonna save our heroic moment. Pascal! Gonna go here. Try and cut down this guy. There we go, that leaves me with 3 action points. A Machine Spirit Banishment on her. And Machine Spirit Communion, like so. And then
My lord, another faithful follower has taken your vow.
oh, thank you, Mad Cat. It's very nice of you. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. But you chose to, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, listen, we have ads coming, so I am going to quickly go to the bathroom, stretch my legs, take a breath of fresh air, and then we're going to continue this combat, so don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Let us continue kicking some ass. So Pascal... No, I don't want to expose weakness. Alright, Teophania. Oh, I didn't want Cassia to move that close to Amelia. There's still, yeah, there are still ads running, but it's fine. Okay, so I think I want to deal with that guy. Honestly, I think I might just do that as my first thing. Get rid of him. Then I think she's exhausted. Yeah, she can't word of command. So we just bring it down. Argenta and Argenta. See, we have two action points. Okay, that shouldn't threaten Cassia. Ooh, just all three hit. Beautiful. Now Teophania has one action point left. Voice of command on Cassia? No, no. And now it's Argenta's actual turn. Do I want to move before I shoot? Honestly, I might just stand my ground and do that again. Or if I move to here, then I do this like so.
Guided by faith.
Didn't hurt bloodstained Amelia, but did get rid of the armored guy. Then
As
we
the
run and
Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
Move to here. No, that risks Cassia. Move to here. Ah, if one more of those had hit,
Doubt is for the weak.
it would have killed bloodstained Amelia, but I guess not. Now we have a dash left. You know what? Let's dash over here, just so we're not all lined up for a shotgun blast. And now she gets a turn. Did she pass her turn? What just happened? Well, guess it's up to Abelard to finish her off.
Tested tactics are the best ones. Reduce to dust.
Sure. And then can I taunt this guy? No, it's not in range. Try using my toxic needle. Probably won't hit. That's fine. Turn. Ow! You hit my assassin!
Yours or mine.
Oh man. You are really gonna get it now.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Captive
Trust me.
audience. Blade dance.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
Killing brings me no pleasure, she says. I somehow don't believe her. The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Fear not, young man. We took care of the attackers. Do you know who they were? Your ladyship, those guys were Anvers. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Tokara. He glances around like he's expecting more bandits to appear. Does this kind of thing happen often around here? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles? Not very often. Unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Right. Well, go and report this to the liege. Yes. I'm sorry, your ladyship. I'll just go report to the liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. It is terrible, but your lady might have some loot. Oh boy. Loads of stuff. So are these just regular chainsaws? They're just regular chainsaws. I already have one of those. Oh. Don't want these axes. These are all just regular chainsaws. Okay. I think I'll keep the combat shotgun. But everything else gets sent to cargo. Yeah, everything else just gets sent to cargo. That combat shotgun, though, that is some wicked damage. 3, 7... I don't know who I want to have a shotgun, but if I do, I mean, that is so much better than a regular shotgun. Your trophies were packed as cargo, and that didn't even get everyone. There's still stuff to be had. Alright, first things first. Let's see about our formation. Yeah, I kind of like this formation. Put you in the middle. Yeah, I like that. That works for me. Means Kibella's gonna be taking a lot of hits, but that's okay. She likes it that way. Grab all of that.
None shall stand in my way.
Look at all leash. There's some cargo.
Oh
here.
my.
Give me that. Leaflet. We need no rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. ANV. Hang on to that for now. Here, auto pistol, decent, not bad at all.
I'll lay claim to the
Now let us
stars.
go talk to Opticon 22. Opticon 22. The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. That is a word I need to look up. I have not encountered lugubriousness before. Lugubrious. Looking or sounding sad and dismal. Okay. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative / structural part of the Cognizance Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals / donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for /esteemed / high value visitors. Glory / success to House von Valancius. A binaric aria begins to flow from the scratched vox attached to the tech priest's chest. Requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation Logistica Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of binary signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. Ooh. Well, let's start by making a trade deal. So we are already at rank 4 with the Explorators. And we have a profit factor of 20. Chirurgeon's man. Oh, we can't afford that. Oh, we can get a Weber. We can get a Ritobi pattern plasma pistol. I kind of want that. Oh, we cannot afford that. Holy shit. Oh, 55. Yo, we need to start making some profits. I thought I was rich. I'm fucking poor. Fuck. Best Danish alcohol, either beer or spirit. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I am not a good judge of what is best. I know what my favorite is. It is something called Dracula. It is based on a Danish candy. It's like a salt / salmiakki ammonium chloride licorice that I really like. And they've made a drink that's basically that mixed with vodka. And I really like it, but if you don't like licorice, specifically salmiakki licorice, then you'll hate it. As for other traditional Danish alcohols, you have stuff like Gammeldansk, Rød Snaps. Honestly, I don't think any of it is all that good. I'm really mostly a vodka guy, which isn't traditional Danish alcohol. I don't like beer at all. I don't drink beer. So yeah, I'm not the best judge. Ooh, mobile extraction. Used to extract resources. Damn it, I need to get that. Alright, so we're getting the medikits, get some stims. Love Arg licorice, especially Scandi ones. Oh, then you might really like it. There is also something called Gajol, which is also a Danish licorice, and there is also Gajol alcohol, which is is the same. There are several different variants. I prefer the yellow one. They're organized by color. There's like yellow Gajol, there's blue Gajol, there's like black Gajol, I think, for the drink. Yellow Gajol is very close to the Dracula one. Ooh, stims seem good. Deflection gloves. These gloves allow the wearer to parry melee attacks with their ranged weapon using ballistic skill instead of weapon skill? That would be really helpful on Argenta. So machine right sets. What's the target designator? Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a deadeye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection and applies exploits. I'll use that. I think I want the bolter though. I don't know about the Weber, because I think that needs a special proficiency. So I think that might just be for cargo, but I think I want to get to level 5 so I can get this improved bolter. Because I think that is an improvement over what Argenta has. So yeah, we want to get to level 5. So let's see. We need 1,150. Sort by cost. So let's do, I have a lot of holy gifts, so let's do holy gifts. And then we need an armor kit that will be worth 150. And that will exactly get us to where we need to be. And then we just buy all available. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Now let's see if that was actually an upgrade for our dear Argenta. Oh, look at that. +1 minimum damage, +2 maximum damage. And 1 higher rate of fire. And more max ammo. Yeah, that is just in every way an upgrade. Nice. That makes me happy. Wait. Okay, it seems like anyone can use a Weber. It seems like you don't need a specific proficiency talent for it. I don't think I want to use it though. Okay, deflection gloves are good, but I think I like the stabilizing braces better. Target designator, we will actually give that to her for when she uses a sniper rifle. Her Rebels sniper rifle. Was that all of it? Yeah, I think that was all of it. Assume there's weapons that only one type of force can use. So some weapons in this require you to have a particular talent in order to be able to use it. For example, bolt weapons. Any weapons that is a bolt weapon, it's right now only my tech priest and Argenta, my battle sister, who can use it. No one else knows how to use bolt weapons. But then when I level characters up, I have sometimes the option to take a talent, and one of the talents I can take is bolt weapon training to allow them to use bolt weapons. I hope that makes sense. Let's keep talking to Opticon. I know I need to level up, but I want to do some talking first. What is Logistica Theta? Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761, Terran years ago, the Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representatives/authorized units of the Von Valancius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment/reciprocal offering from the Cognizance Fleet can be made to the Von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled/achieved. Confirm your status regarding the acceptance of the payment/reciprocal offering. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractiums/Astra Arator processing complexes in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligations. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. Very well, I confirm I am willing to accept the payment. The request is accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation, Logistica Theta, is concluded. The Cognizance Fleet thanks House Von Valancius for its cooperation. And we got 2 mobile extractiums. I seek the friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in/considers expeditious cooperating with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the Von Valancius dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. The Cognizance Fleet will be glad / alternative unavailable to accept any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane xenotech, miscellaneous items. Reminder: storage, study, and/or dispersal of the aforementioned objects, with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items, is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Explorator fleet will also accept information about planets in the Coronis Expanse that have not been previously recorded in the Planetary Register. Why do you want information about planets? Omnifaceted study of the Coronis Expanse is the sacred mission / operational objective of the Cognizance Fleet. Information about the planets and star systems of the Coronis Expanse must / will be compiled, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration / mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. Why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy? The Cognizance Fleet finds it reasonable to believe / believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violations that go against the Omnissiah's will. Weakness of mind and will unleash xeno-heresy, which consumes the laity whole. An example that demonstrates the outlined pattern: a void station in the system of Langren's Belt. According to the data available to the Cognizance Fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. Alright, I have some questions. Informational assistance will be provided. Why are you here and not, say, at the Legis Palace? Prolonged communication with laypeople of high social standing causes this unit vexation / desire for forceful cessations of vital functions. Talking to people makes him want to die. Boy, do I understand where he's coming from. /grief / decline in motivation / righteous fury / willingness to initiate purity protocol. Remaining in an area of repair and maintenance of sacred machines is beneficial to this unit's cognitive functions. Opticon 22 makes you like Adepticus Mechanicus a lot more than Hadron from Darkside? Fair. This statement is true. The behavioral dynamics typical of lay groups are frequently devoid of logical patterns and are taxing to analyze. Alright, well, what are you doing on Footfall? This unit performs 1. Residential representation. 2. Maintenance of the bureaucratic machine for the purpose of ratification of the insulating boundaries. 3. Management of the Kappa thread supply line. 4. Compilation of astrographic reconnaissance data. Abelard lets out a long and heavy sigh. There was once a tech acolyte in Lady Theodora's retinue who knew the unique language of the esteemed tech priests. I only began to realize the true value of his abilities after he'd been devoured by a xenobeast on some nondescript world. Pascal, do these words have a translation? So I'm going to say that, and then Pascal is going to be confused. He's going to be like, what do you mean translation? He's speaking plainly. A hiss of static resembling a sigh comes out of Pascal's vox. Oh, he does actually translate. I'm surprised. Opticon 22's functions can be conveyed through flesh speak as functioning as the fleet's diplomatic mission, overseeing shipments, ensuring that the laity do not encroach upon the Explorator's sphere of interest, and collecting data on star systems. Wonderful! I have no more questions. Information assistance mode deactivated. Right, I must take my leave. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Ooh, Enforcer Light Carpus. 25 armor with no added abilities and no penalties. That's pretty good. Let's see if that's an upgrade for anyone. Okay, definitely not for her. He's in heavy armor, so no. Maybe for her? No, Sin Skin is better. Improved Armored Body Glove does the exact same, so that's a no. He's in Chainmail. I think we're gonna stick with the Chainmail for him. And she is in Light Spinner's Breastplate, so no. Alright, well, we're gonna hang on to that, even though nobody needs it right now.
Victory awaits.
So many goods just left her. Sweet. Take all of these. Can I not get to that? No, I need to... need to figure out the code to get in there. So yeah, I think before we go any further, let's get everybody leveled up. So this is exciting because this is the level where I get to pick a new archetype or archetype. I'm not gonna go Vanguard. Long-term single target buffs, momentum, versatility. Buffs, unique utility, enemy debuffs. And Overseer. Can get a pet. Get a familiar. Can get a Cyber Mastiff, a Cyber Raven, a Servo Skull Swarm, or a Cyber Eagle. Thought Abelard was my pet. Ah, that's cool. I don't think we'll be going for the Overseer, but I think it's really cool. I think it's between... Yeah, this is the one that creates specific areas, which I'm not too fond of. So I think I will actually agree with Mad Cat and go Master Tactician. Fellowship and Ballistic Skill, Persuasion and Medicaid. Let's have another look at this. Fellowship and Intelligence, that's also good. Persuasion and Law Imperium. Yeah, I think we'll be going with the Master Tactician. Space Alexander the Great. So we get Tactical Advantage. We get Press the Advantage. That's it. For Abelard. Assassin. High damage, dodge, dodge reduction. No, that's not him. Vanguard. Frontline leader, defensive support, temporary wounds, absorbing attacks, attack redirection. That sounds good for Abelard. Arch militant. Large area attacks, personal buffs, weapon set rotation, crowd control? No. Executioner. No, we're gonna go Vanguard for Abelard. Unyielding beacon. Unyielding bacon. Each attack against the Vanguard grants them a +1 stack of Unyielding Beacon. Each stack increases their resolve by +1 up to a max of +15. That is wild. All allies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard gain 1/5 of that bonus. Temporary wounds applied to the Vanguard now stack, but only remain stacked until the start of the Vanguard's turn. Start of the turn, the remaining temporary wounds are reduced on the largest amount granted by one applied effect. The remaining number of temporary wounds is less than the number of stacks of Unyielding, becomes equal to the number of those stacks even. Oh, nice. For Argenta, might go Arch-Militant for Argenta. Let's see what Bounty Hunter. Methodical killers who leave trails of dead bodies. Bounty Hunter chooses their next target. Critical hits, defense reduction, killing key targets, and repositioning. It's Wild Hunt. Hunt down the prey. Leave enemy in combat as prey. Whenever the bounty hunter kills a mark as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until end of combat. Alright, or... Okay, steady superiority, however, is amazing. Demolition and athletics. Ooh, this is hard. No, we're gonna go Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter matches are better. Well, Cassia... I think we could make Cassia an Overseer. Definitely not making her a Vanguard. Yeah, let's make Cassia an Overseer. Why can she not have that? Oh, Cyber Mastiffs. Oh, okay. Cyber Ravens is only for Psychers. Cyber Mastiff is only for Arbitrators. So she can have a Cyber Eagle. Or she can have a Servo Skull Swarm. Medicaid Signal. Okay, Servo Skull Swarm seems pretty good. Cyber Eagle. I think we're gonna go Servo Skull Swarm. Or Pascal. Pascal might be my executioner. Is that mainly a melee thing? That's mainly a melee thing though, so maybe not. That might be more for Kibella then. Yeah, that might be Kibella. Maybe I will make him my assassin. Take the opening, let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I don't love either of these. I think I'm gonna go Bounty Hunter for him as well. And then Kibella. I think for Kibella we're gonna go Executioner. Okay, so she can now stack damage over time. Her melee attacks just automatically inflict 6 levels of bleeding. Wonderful. Alright, there we go. That's everyone leveled up. Did I make the right choices? I have no idea. I guess we shall see. That is Opticon 2-2. I smell loot. That's just a citizen. Hello, random citizen.
The footful dockyard is a blessed wonder of the all-powerful Omnissiah. The rest of the station is extraneous, a superfluous appendage.
What do you mean citizens are not loot? What if I need to recruit crewmen for my ship?
Oh, is there a guidebook for cyber attendants? Color the uncolored. Does something trouble you, Lord Captain?
It looks like the servo skull is just it's called nebulous. It's just running around wherever it pleases. Goods. Alright, none of this is very valuable. Oh, that's pretty valuable. Citizens. What do we have here? The walls of the container have rusted and its contents rotted away. A situation that is not uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. Ooh, I have a commerce check. I'll be good at that. Container is labeled Destination Janus, covered in dust. Must have spent a long time at the docks. Wait, Janus, that's like Janus Danrock, right? Can I do anything with that? Maybe I need to talk to someone. Oi, you.
Done.
First glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband. Strange memo. The holy book by the altar. That void damn customs guy. He's always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hang her by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. Huh. No idea what that means, but maybe I'll find out. Alright. There's still loot to be had. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy, Casbalica, Corda, von Valancius, their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much of it as you can carry. ANV. That's the one that's rusted.
It's about time.
It's about time. Oh, I missed one. Oh, right here. What do we get? Cyber Raven. Psi conductive frame. Oh. You know what? I might give what's her face, Idira, a Cyber Raven. So that might come in handy. Yeah, you can just like equip one thing on it. Features. Whenever an ally within a 4-cell radius Ooh, that's good.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Thought I saw something. Internal report. I'm writing to inform you that 2 days ago the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, serial number FVDA1-16165, was stolen along with its contents. Ragman. Take this rubbish back to wherever you found it. I won't accept it. Don't even ask. Rank 5 functionary, Mobicio Cavalli. You're from the Van Valencia ship. You will not pass without a check. An order from the Liege to let you through. Well, I guess we just head further into the station.
Follow my lead.
Ooh, Adeptus Arbitus helmet, plus 15 coercion. The wearer is the arbitrator, plus 20 coercion. Well, I don't have an arbitrator, but I do hope to get one. To the rest of Footfall. Aha! Thought there was one more. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. We've already read that. I'll have a second one of that, I suppose. We now go to the atrium. Or the Shadow Quarters. I think we go and see the Liege, the atrium first. After all, we should pay our respects in a fairly timely manner. Night night, Nittler. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by.
Victory awaits.
I see goods, I go for goods every time.
This place was intended to be merely a hall within the
Ooh,
temple,
3 large
but now a whole
medkits.
city has been squeezed into it.
A rational decision. Ecclesiarchy temples lack the critical functionality that a void station requires, unlike the chapels of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh wait, what's this? Low
I
Imperium.
rise to the occasion.
Columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in the stars. Yeah, it's not very palatial, is it?
A new challenge for me.
Over here? Leaflet, we already have that. Goods. Leaflet, we already have that. Hello, shopkeeper. Stall selling old knickknacks for everyday needs. Oh, what's going on here? The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Just cut their throats already! What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken! No cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn 'em! Oh, these priests? Hieronymus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel! A priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right! Magenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. Let's watch for now. Reverend, but these are heretics. Real heretics. Their whole planet is plagued. Folks say they all died over there. And why is that, huh? 'Cause they're heretics and the Emperor punished them. We're no heretics. One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises his chin. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives. And there was no plague on our planet, only the arch-enemy's minions, a whole army of them. He spits on the ground. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned our world. Blame the governor, blame the tech priests, blame the masters of Kiava Gamma who forsook it in its darkest hours. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? Well, I am here fairly incognito. I am an envoy of the Von Valancius dynasty. You came from Lady Theodora? The rabble-rouser bows his head respectfully. Pardon me, noble lady. We were just, rooting out heresy here. These scrawny ones, they're from the ship that came from the bowels of the Coronis Expanse. They've got plague there, and mutants, and now they're spreading that rot everywhere, that taint. They're all... Silence! You must be completely out your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics! The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees! I swear it on the golden throne! We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors! Traitors and heretics, the lot of them! A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in its center. How tiring! The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers wearily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish-black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Teophania. I represent the Von Valancius, masters of Kiava Gamma, and thus I have the right to decide what to do with these people. I command the onlookers to disperse. As for the rest of you, go to Dock Alpha Rho and await further instructions. The rabble-rouser looks at you morosely. I don't want to get into trouble over this lot. The refugees use the interruptions to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Rho. Arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I am Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Well, he seems like a nice fellow. So now I'm kind of split because I want to continue what I'm doing here, but I've kind of also want to go back and talk to those refugees. Let's go talk to the Liege first. That seems the most reasonable. So this is where I'm looking. And then right here to my left, there should be loot. Aha! Pascal, unlock this for me. Beep boop.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
There we go. Oh, what was this? Oh, something over here. What is this? The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings, with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing, and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine. Let's see if we can repair it." After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah. The machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of a binaric prayer, Pascal's mechadendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Alright, we are going to delve into this cogitator, see what it has to offer. But ads are about to start, so I'm going to start these ads a couple of minutes early just to get them out of the way. Go stretch my legs, and then we will continue in just a little bit. Alright, we are back. So let us see what this has to offer. Section title, Welcome. Screen flickers a few times before revealing to the world a text in low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parsimus Dewain, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard's brow furrows. Parsimus Dewain. I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Lord Captain Parsimus Dewain, one of the trailblazers of the Coronis Expanse and this station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Dewain was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Coronis Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. Alright, about Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parsimus Dewain as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parsimus's designs have yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Coronis Expanse, a foothold for future conquests by the Imperium, and the noble Parsimus Dewain, who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Alright, let's let it rest. Let's let it rest, the poor thing. You can come back to it later. Hello, preacher. Doubt is the first step toward heresy. Deliver your weak minds from thought and direct all aspirations of the soul to the service.
Shall stand in my way.
Ooh, another flyer? Yeah, just another one of the A and B flyers. Some loot. Nothing too spectacular. Let's have a chat with Hieronymus Doloroso. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects." The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride most degenerate. And you must be the young von Valancius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, pickling them along the way like ripe fruit, and savoring their sweet poison? I have heard many exalt the deeds of your intellect, and call your wisdom a gift from the Emperor himself. Fools! Do they not know that the seeds of heresy sprout quickest in an enlightened mind? Understanding only erodes the will to act. How do you know who I am? The Emperor has blessed me with acute hearing, and the people did the rest. How many members of your crew do you think came to confess the moment they arrived in port? How long do you suppose it took me to piece together the truth from their words? The priest's voice is rasping and harsh, but you still manage to pick up a strange change in the tone. There's something hidden behind his shift in his speech, something that he did not consider it necessary to explain. Are you saying that Theodora was a transgressor? A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broke taboos and violated dogmas. Then again, so do nearly all rogue traders. Rogue traders are the Emperor's anointed. I act at his command, as evidenced by his signature on my warrant. And did he grant it to you personally? The Emperor has entrusted his servants with the future of humanity, but people are too weak and flawed to prove themselves worthy of his trust. Only suffering can cleanse us, but we fear it and thus remain sullied. All right, I do not wish to enter into a debate with you. A predictable response. He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was. Reverend, let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancius' ship was attacked by servants of the arch-enemy who appall the heart of any righteous soul. She says, nearly hissing with fury. Not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled. And more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the Von Valencia's dynasty from the forces of the archenemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall Reliquary. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall Reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. Hieronymus smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners where the Liege's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Wonder if he's talking about the Anvers. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the arch-enemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their bodies, their abodes, with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I know well what evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. This guy seems dickish, or maybe it's the voice you use for him. Well, I use the voice because he's described as having a harsh voice, and also because he seems dickish. Why don't you go to the Liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing to the Liege, Hieronymus frowns. Vladame is weak and riddled with worms on the inside. He seeks to please his Kazbalika masters, those peddlers of relics of the unholy Xenos. Well, I come across heresy surprisingly often these days. Indeed, dark times are upon us, and wretched souls grow ever more eager to embrace heresy. Both on Footfall and elsewhere, its foul buds are coming into bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many planets. There are whispers of wicked things taking place on Kiava Gamma, and just recently a transport ship by the name of Navikar, teeming with refugees, arrived on Footfall from Winterscale's realm. Their world was stricken with blasphemous sedition, and such was the severity that they had to flee to save themselves. The Liege refused to accept them, and so they headed for Foulstone, a desolate cloister of the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in this den of vileness. Well, we will verify this rumor for you, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure, Argenta lays a hand on her weapon. I almost wished for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Teophania, is there more you wish to ask me about? What are you doing on Footfall? What am I doing in this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Corona's expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass on footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments and simple everyday items. Anything that might help the pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. The path, oh my god, this guy really is a priest. He just starts sermoning. The path of true believers leads into darkness, to search for worlds that have lost his radiance, steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp, in hopes that their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the expanse, and deliver a previously barren world into the Imperium's service. Hieronymus is silent for a few seconds. And all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the Wasteland Wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. Her last astropathic message was sent from beyond the Cineris Maleficum, and the stars have kept her fate secret since. This guy runs his mouth. Yeah, it really does. I bear another, darker duty. The expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you, on your travels, come upon dangerous, corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. Oh, are we trading now? I'd like to take a look at what the followers of St. Drusus have to offer me. Let me see. Okay. Give him the blade. No! It is mine. It's my precious. I need it for something. Alright. Looks like I can't really afford anything beyond level 1 currently anyway. I want this elite chainsaw, but I can't afford it. Some more medkits, some onslaught, bloodhound staff. Oh, it's a navigator staff. That might be an upgrade for Cassia. Sweet, sweet. Enforcer helmet. Oh, that might be useful for Abelard. And an Imperial Scroll. Bonus to Law Imperium. Now, do I want the Sanctified Staff? Sanctic Powers. So that would be for... what's his name? It's not Heinz. Heinrichs. Because he has Sanctic Powers. And then there is a Excruciator Maul. That's a lot of damage, especially for a one-handed weapon. I don't really know who I'd use that on, because I'm kind of committed to using chainswords on Abelard. Like, I want to spec him into that with talents to make him better with chain weapons. So I think I'm just gonna get the level 0 stuff for now. Alright, Abelard, what are you wearing? 5% extra armor. That's good for anyone. I'll give you the Enforcer helmet instead. And then who gets the deck officer's helmet? That might be really good. Single or dead-eye shot. No, we want to keep that on him. Yeah, we don't really care about Blood Blessed, so we're just going to give her the deck officer's helmet instead. There we go. Oh right, the Imperial Scroll. Who's good at Lore Imperium? Is that me? No, it is Cassia. Give her the missionary oath as well, I think. Give him the Ring of Iron Will. Not sure why I haven't given him that before. There we go. Alright, so we got some good information talking to Hieronymus Doloroso. And we got Argenta officially released from her commitment to him.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Which means she can now officially join my crew. Okay, so I need to get up there. Such a 40k name, Hieronymus Doloroso, yeah.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Pascal, could you unlock that for me, please? Be a dear.
Irrefutable certainty.
Ooh, 8 times 7, nice. 5 times 5. Good loot.
Follow my lead.
Like pretty flowers overgrown with weeds, the halls of Footfall's former palaces and temples have been overrun by the shabby houses of the present-day inhabitants. Got another cogitator, Pascal?
Operation
Beep, boop. Access received, okay. What did that do? Did that open here? No. I don't see what that
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
What opened? Oh, was it blocked off over here before? Ah, I didn't see that being blocked off before. Servo Skull Swarm. Ooh, nice. Yielding Vanguard boost. Unyielding Beacon? Who the hell has Unyielding Beacon? Or a Vanguard? Oh! Hold on. Because he just picked up Unyielding Beacon. Yeah, I don't see it here anymore, but he just picked up Unyielding Beacon. Which means... I'm gonna switch that out for these. Then these boots will give those to Heinrichs when we get him back, which I'm sure we will. This Beyond Logic, plus 10 Fellowship. And intelligence and suffers no damage from area attacks. Wonderful. Ooh, we got some Xenos down here. Get down here.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Welcome, Jaegernaut. How are you doing tonight? The young man is clearly making every effort to look dapper. His fashionable clothes are practically new, and his hair is well groomed. What ruins the impression is the poorly scrubbed off oil stains from his leaky implant, and the fit of the jacket, which was clearly made for someone else. Come one, come all! See for yourself the best collection of live Xenos on footfall. What kind of collection is this? Dangerous, vicious, ruthless xenobeasts caught red-handed as they were attempting to commit evil against the Imperium. But right now they're harmless. Our cages can withstand their rage. But I wouldn't recommend getting too close. Haha. Under the weather all weekend, still recovering from a cold. Oh no! Well, I hope you get better soon, Jaegernaut. These aren't Xenos. They're mutants in makeup. The man's smile dims, but only for a moment. Not Xenos, you say? I'm sure there must be some mistake. I will check the shipping list myself, rest assured. His words are oozing with greenish-yellow hues. I do not think the promise will be kept. Such entertainment is lucrative precisely because billions of Imperium subjects have never encountered a Xenos in their life. Ignorance and curiosity create colossal demand. That's what I was taught. And I can see that the lesson was truthful. I will buy these captives from you. Lost one profit factor, but gained iconoclast. That can be done, very much so. The entire collection will cost you a tidy sum, but you're free to take them away right now. Anything in my journal about that? No, doesn't seem like it. I have a bunch of rumors to pursue, though. A herald. Guess we can't talk to him. Goods. I see goods. Gimme, gimme. Is this the palace? Just want to get the last of the loot or
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
up and to the left. Oh, nice. Not bad at all. Leave! The Liege will see no one today. I don't understand. Never before has Vladane refused me an audience. Oh no, something's going on. I'm a hereditary servant. My father has tended the station for generations. How dare you bar my way?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'm just gonna walk right in.
Because
I'm entitled to.
Xeno artifacts on footfall. They're fairly blatantly at that. And the Ordo Xenos is in no hurry to rectify the situation.
Right, Legis Palace. Alright, before we explore the Legis Palace, I am just going to AFK for 1 minute. I'm just going to quickly go grab a monster. Be right back. I'm back. What would they do? Stop you? You alone are more well armed than the entire city. Yeah, it seems like it.
You gotta unleash the beast.
There it is.
Monster energy.
Ladame Tokara, the Liege. I wasn't expecting to see him so soon. I thought I had to go further into the palace. My patience. You remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in austere grey clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Vladame, Vladame, Vladame. What Aji put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman, who is standing with her back to you, lets out an ostentatious sigh, then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladame? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days. So you don't remember, then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hidari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amasekis and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. Ooh, Amasekis bar in Footfall's shadow quarters. I definitely need to talk to her. First an insult and now threats? I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. I like her sword. Ladame Tokara, the Liege. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladame Tokara, Liege of Footfall. Let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly. Let's go. Please follow me. Ooh, fancy. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Tokara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladame straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue traitor or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. I've heard much about your rare acumen, or I should say, about the profoundly impressive results you managed to achieve by using it. I've always had a fondness for individuals who can destroy their enemy or gain a powerful ally with just a few well-phrased sentences or precisely issued orders. The corners of Ladame's mouth twitch, bringing his expression dangerously close to a genuine smile. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Well, let's what is it called? Let's grill him. Let's get the information. I was about to say let's drill him, but he doesn't seem like the type for pegging. Who was that woman the wardens threw out? The dame's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still calls her Jay Hidari. A small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It's strange. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. She is irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all its noteworthy residents. Jay reminds you of Ethra. Yeah, she kind of looks like her. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I am sorry for the loss of your assistant. What? Your words seem to perplex him for a moment, but his face remains cold. Oh, that, yes. Her death was a regrettable development. Has Proctor Anthar visited you recently by any chance? Shortly before you did. He was interested in certain sensitive information, which I happen to possess, and he also required access to the dock cogitators containing logging and administration data. Naturally, I offered my full cooperation and provided the esteemed arbitrators with a designated area at the docks where they could work away from the bustle and din of the crowd. I assume that is where the Proctor is at the moment. What is the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Corona's expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issue with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. These fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. The dame freezes, gauging your reaction. I do not approve of fear of xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. I'm convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I will see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What sort of patronage do you seek from me, O mighty liege? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communications with the Calixis sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. You've heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the maw would become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronis Expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladame's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. Well, I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I've tried contracting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligus Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. And so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. You like option 2, which is now option 1? Yeah, I am too diplomatic for that. He already knows that I know that he is not in control. That's probably what I will say on my dogmatic playthrough, though. Instead, I will take what is now option 2. If you're so fond of my acumen, then do not insult it by putting on a brave face now. We both know that you have far greater need of me than I have of you. The dame listens with a stony expression. You are very perceptive. Well, now that you know what you're buying, the situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. Alright, so what are the terms of this deal? Simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds. Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valencia's protectorate. In exchange for fair payment. Get on your knees and ask properly. I am not. I said I was going to be iconoclast. I am not going to pick the iconoclast option here. I will help Footfall, but not out of desire for profit? Fuck that. Fuck no. Are you crazy? I'm trying to make a profit here. Iconoclast here is stupid. I mean, that's if you really want to be super goody two-shoes. I don't want to be that goody two-shoes. Very well. I will help you with food shipments. Ladame takes a quick sip from his glass. I am immensely obliged, your ladyship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors. Alright. I'd like to know more about the Anvers gang. Why haven't they been dealt with yet? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Fair enough. In that case, I have some questions about Footfall. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you on Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits. What oaths were you referring to? There is a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. Ladame's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station. For them, you are an ordinary visitor to Footfall. Well, I won't abuse this right. And I, in turn, will remember your gracious attitude. And I'll remember it when the esteemed Caligus Winterscale returns to discover that Footfall is no longer under his patronage. He will be displeased upon finding his domain encroached upon and will try to take it back. And Caligus Winterscale's displeasure is a very, very hazardous phenomenon. A fight between two rogue traders will ensue, and, as ridiculous as it may sound, its outcome will most likely depend on the allegiance of the station's humble liege. Ah! Something tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the liege of Footfall. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. There's a sound logic to having the sharpest mind run the station. The administratum would have installed some pitiful clerk instead. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, very few choose to allow themselves such a thing. Alright, who holds the reins of the xenogoods trade? The Casbalica Mission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the coal trade in the sector. Xena's creations are in high demand, and so every single colony has a Casbalican agent or two. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. A pale ghost of a smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with this organization is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies of them, and it just so happens that I've managed to earn their trust, and on Footfall they conduct their business under my watchful eyes. He sends you a meaningful look. I'm missing an option here. I'm missing the option to ask him to make introductions with the Casbalicans. Hey, Kipdalos, welcome. Congrats on your gifted sub. Right, I have no more questions. I'm glad to have satisfied your curiosity. Which actually reminds me, I have a thing in this channel. I need to put you guys on a list. Because I am doing a special thing for subscribers that when people subscribe, I add them to a list of people that I will base a D&D monster on. So Mad Cat, as well as Kipdalos, I will in the future be making a custom D&D monster inspired by you, and then posting it to the subscriber menagerie channel in the Discord. So Mad Cat 79, Scotty, and Kibdillas. There we go. So that will get added to a channel in the Discord sometime in the near future. Alright, where does one go to make a few deals here on the station? Here. I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso. This servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at an establishment called the Adeptus Amasecus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Alright, let's get down to business. And we're not even going to defeat the Huns. I am interested in your wares. I am at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Oh, can I? Can I really? Yo, they are expensive. They're also really good. So I have 19 profit factor. I can get a slightly better stub revolver. No, that is not slightly better. That is... Oh, that's because Foehammer is a shotgun. Right. Furore. Level of Iconoclast. Oh, that seems terrible. Oh, that seems absolute dog shit. Some more medikits. If I go up to level 1, I can get Mind Scrambler grenades. Then I can't afford any of the rest of this anyway. I'm not so keen on the Mind Scrambler grenades that I want to invest anything right now. So therefore, I will just buy this. And then this Furore, I think is absolutely shit, so that can go straight into cargo. Alright. Well, we've now spoken to the liege. Okay.
Victory awaits!
Oh,
Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there is also a number of issues that need to be addressed.
there's always a number of issues that need to be addressed. God damn it. Okay, what do you got, Victus?
We also received word from Proctor Solomon Anthar, the arbitrator whose squad we retrieved from Rykad Minoris. He has requested an audience with you and said he will be waiting at the Footfall docks.
It's about time.
Who is Bastian Corda? Hello. You want to talk to me? You do. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy. The bright Aquila embroidered on a prominent spot. Noble lady, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastian Inderama Bastal Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda, envoy of Incendia Bastal Corda, rogue trader of the Coronis Expanse, by the grace of the most holy emperor. And you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Corda. They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coronis Expanse, but not on Footfall. This station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me we're about to hear a most curious offer, says Abelard under his breath so that only you can hear him. What did you wish to speak to me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the Liege. Ladame almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Corda dynasty pursues its own interests on Footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling, I imagine in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Corda dynasty believes, that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladame, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Corda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other perquisites? I guess perks. I guess this is like the archaic form of perks. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servant should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divvying up profit amongst themselves, Magenta says disapprovingly, but quietly enough so as not to interrupt the negotiations. Especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastian, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless? Or the wrath of House von Valancius? Would you mind elaborating on the terms of your proposal? Not at all. Would you like to take these negotiations somewhere more suitable, so that I may go over the details? Bastian smiles and opens his mouth to offer another piece of sugar-coated courtesy, when suddenly... More anvers?
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Yeah, it's the anvers again. Anver thug, anver specialist. These snipers? These are snipers. No, that's a shotgun. They have stun grenades. Anver thugs, armored anver, anver thug. This doesn't look too serious. Twice dead Lanny. Alright, what are we dealing with here? 96 wounds, no deflection, 25% armor, decent dodge. Has a sniper rifle. Horde of Thugs and Eagle Eye. Assassination 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, it's almost like it's a running theme. Alright, I'll get everyone set up and then we will take the ad break. I will start here. You will start here. Genta will start here. This is fine. You'll start here. You'll start here. Start here behind. Yeah, that's fine. And you start over on this side, I think. There we go. Alright, I am about to run the ads. Go take a break. Go grab yourself a drink, get a snack, stretch, move your legs, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Ready to get my battle on. It's like I might have some assistance as well. There's only one guy, but the other guy said he was gonna go for help. So, I didn't see these guys. I'm being flanked. Alright, change of plans. Kibella, you're gonna start here. You're gonna help with this flank. There we go.
Here we go.
Twice dead Lenny moving into cover, sniping at Cabela who dodges. And Argenta. Okay, so pretty clear what Argenta's doing. Moving for actually Curious Recital before anything else. Hunt down the prey. The recharge is at the start of combat. Let's mark him as prey.
Deeds is worthless.
Then we
As the
run and
Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
Mark him as prey. Oh, that was pretty poor shooting. And then could dash back here, but I would rather stay here and stay in cover. They're gonna close on me in melee, and then on her next turn I will dash out of melee and shoot them. She can take a round of walloping.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, a grenade! Stun grenade!
Let's make it quick. Let's get to it. Hold on.
Okay, Abelard. I'll hit him. I'm not gonna kill him.
Victory
Base
is
for impact on himself and Argenta. Let's go. I feel like I can leave this guy to Pascal. I feel like I want to charge down here. So, and then draw. Then we're out of action points.
out of my way. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Deliver us!
That's fine. Actually, Cassia's coming up soon.
Emperor, give me strength. Try to die with grace, at least. If I may.
That on Cabela. Cabela jumps to here.
in this way.
It jumps to here, that might damage. Nope, that doesn't. Then we hit him.
As honor or tell, the other side awaits.
Then we jump here. Then we don't have enough for Blade Dance, which is unfortunate. So we just activate Captive Audience and in turn. And then Cassia has nothing left. Next up, Kybella. Okay, he has 27 health. I think Blade Dance should deal with him.
Trust me.
No, not quite. But now he is bleeding. Which means if I then activate where it hurts, and then do a normal whack, that should definitely kill him. And then that will be turn for her. Teophania. We have Pascal coming up. Can shoot at these guys, okay. I am going to ask Pascal to serve me. I'm going to voice of command Pascal. Oh, we have here press the advantage. No, that's fine for now.
All too easy.
Kimala's turns take twice as long as everybody else. Yeah, she has all this all this stuff she can do. So plasma overcharge here. Get rid of those two. He still has 2 action points, but he can't make any more attacks. So what he is going to do is he is going to analyze that guy, and then he's going to use joint analysis. And that's going to be him. Then back to Teophania. Kind of feeling good where I am. So I think I'm just gonna stay put and long last him. Looks like I missed. That will happen sometimes. No big deal. Turn.
Just a minor setback.
Now it's Pascal's actual turn. Just want to check something. So many options. I think I'm gonna go up here. I'm going to claim perfect spot. I'm just going to do a regular shot at this guy. Killing him. Leaves me with 2. Ah, I forgot to name him Prey. Should have done that. Ah, rookie mistake. I am going to do Machine Spirit Communion. Over here. That's gonna be helpful. Yeah, here come reinforcements.
Hold on.
Okay, Argenta is up. Okay, he's my prey. Argenta is going to move here.
I'll do it. Get right in here.
This leaves me right out in front of a sniper, though. Oh, run and gun is on cooldown.
As the Emperor
Rather than
commands,
slaughter. Dash. Can I dash back here? I can. I'm not gonna get sniped. And then mark you as prey. No, I'll have to wait to do that on my next turn. Turn. Abelard. Gonna move to here.
Follow my lead.
see, I need 2 to charge. So I have 2 left. So I am going to sworn enemy him. That should hopefully allow me to kill him. It didn't. Someone else will take care of him. And I will charge this guy. Start wearing him down. Maybe the guard can finish off this guy. Beautiful. Good job, guard. Cassia.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
The navigator is coming. That's how it works. Alright. And now we can voice of command on you to get you buffed. Glimpse of Fate can't quite reach Avalon. Get that on you. And nobody needs to get back in the fight. So we just... I don't think there's range? No, there's not range with the pistol. So that's going to be her turn. Kibella. Just going to make a mad dash.
Here we go.
Teophania.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Move here. Voice of command on Pascal. He's already overexerted. Use it on Kibella then. Get some buffs on her. Bring it down on Pascal. Pascal. Analyze this guy. And then a plasma pistol. Oh, hold on. And then pray. And then a plasma pistol shot. The Omnissiah condemns you! And then... don't even know what to do with my last action point. Just gonna pass, and I think she's gonna pass as well. Yeah, she's gonna pass as well. Pascal. Move up towards the sniper guy. But not really do anything. Can I? Machine Spirit Banishment on him. I don't think I can. No, I can't. Okay, that'll be his turn then.
Let's get to
An exemplary strike.
Battlefield looks like a bad day at the Bloodworks. Yep.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
It's my chance. I have a decent chance to hit. I believe in that.
As the Emperor commands, with you, my Emperor!
And then run and gun. to here. No. Bad positioning. Abelard!
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Is going to kill twice dead Lenny.
Indeed. Grey hair, sure hair. What's your target?
Oh! I was gonna use my heroic act to get like 4 more attacks, but apparently that wasn't necessary. Because the shield bash follow-up was plenty. It's just a regular sniper rifle. Ooh, an Auspex! And some sin skin. Nice. I think that Auspex goes on
Turn all to decay.
Agenta, because she already has, let's see, 50 awareness. Do I have anything better than that? 40, 30, 60? So maybe we put it on Cassia instead. Chain axe. Keep that. Scrap chainmail. Canvas note from the atrium. Sector 2, watch your back. Make sure you're not being followed. Stun grenade. Gas cloud grenade. I'll have all that. Still not done picking up loot. All that to cargo. And then over here, I assume there's some stuff as well. Casing chestplate heavy armor. That is... I think that's worse. And I already have one. So that can go to cargo as well. I think that was all the loot. Okay, so now my first instinct is to go back in and talk to the Liege about what just happened. Greetings, your ladyship. I don't mean to hurry you, but I do hope our deal is still in place. The station continues to experience increasingly severe shortages of provisions. Upon noticing Gibella, Ladame quickly assumes a bored expression. Carefully, without making any sudden movements, he wipes his glasses and, as if absent-mindedly, puts a hand under the table, ready to strike the alarm. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm here about. A man who introduced himself as a servant of House Corda asked to have a word with me, and then, imagine the odds, someone blew his brains out. Ladame doesn't look surprised. The Anvers again, I presume? Those anarchical degenerates don't care whom they shoot, be it my servants, yours, or those in the employ of House Corda. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal that would have you refrain from hindering Incendia Corda's efforts to strangle us with the threat of hunger and demand our obedience. If so, I don't believe I will be mourning the man's passing very long. I'm beginning to resent how frequently the people I converse with on this station wind up dead. That is indeed lamentable. But these are the times we live in, and this is Footfall. Its denizens don't always look for a reason to spill blood. Alright, well, that is all I wanted. I just wanted to see what he had to say. Now, I did notice that one of the things I could say is nobody other than you stood to benefit from it. And I agree with that. And I think the Liege's situation with these Anvers is quite suspicious.
Follow my lead.
But I'm not gonna accuse him to his face. I'm not gonna tell him to his face that I have suspicions. Alright, so I need to go to the Shadow Quarters. I'm gonna go to the dock first, because there are two things that demand my attention. One, the refugees that are apparently from one of my own worlds. I need to speak to them. And the arbitrator asked to speak with me. So I want to deal with those two things before heading to the Shadow Quarters. Con 22, loot. Alright, so where, oh where could these arbitrators be? Oh, we noticed some goods! Yay! Good eyes.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Enhanced optics for a Cyber Eagle. And a Grenadier's Cloak. Ooh, wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. Who might I put that on? So he already has the saturated cape. She already has the camouflage robe. She's wearing the commander's cloak. This is a robot. Might put it on Pascal, actually. Yeah, let's put it on Pascal. Grenadier's cloak, why not? Haven't saved in a while.
Any challenge for me?
Oh, we have Sicarans! I didn't notice before. Oh, they're so cool. Okay, well, this is back to my ship. Oh, Heinrichs! A familiar figure turns to you. Heinrichs van Kallox, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, bows his head respectfully. Lord Captain? Honored interrogator, what a surprise! Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Wessarian. I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail, but I thank you for your concern. Master van Kallox, I knew you could not resist my charms. Heinrichs momentarily closes his eyes, as if your first remark had thrown him off and made him forget the speech he prepared. Rogue trader, I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rykad Minoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of the enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds, this time yours, Lord Captain. Heinrichs clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty it is to stand sentinel over the Coronis expanse, the rogue trader of House von Valancius is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Calcasar. I am ever so glad to have you back. Thank you. Heinrichs gives you a ghost of a smile before his face takes on its usual expression. If duty has brought you aboard the rogue trader's ship once more, then such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back, Interrogator. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be traveling with one of the blessed Adeptus Sororitas. Master Van Callux. Cassia's voice is brimming with genuine joy, which she immediately hides behind a facade of highborn primness. Since you are with us once more, I do hope you will find time to finish our conversation about the literary works of Cornhaller the Blessed. I will make every effort, Lady Orselio. I must also deliver this to you. Heinrichs pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have the time. Yes. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business on footfall? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. I really like Heinrichs. I really like having him in my crew. Yeah, Kibella's kind of supposed to be my bodyguard, and she's really cool. But I think she's my least favorite out of these options. So I think Kibella gets to go back on her ship and do weird freaky flesh cult things. And then Heinrichs joins my retinue. Ooh, Heinrichs possesses information about some of the plans of the Cult of the Final Dawn. I need to talk to him when I'm back on the ship. For now, let's level him up. What can we get? So he is a melee fighter with buffs and support. It's like the opening. I really don't like that mechanic. Seems too random for my taste. Honestly, as boring as it is, I might just make him a vanguard as well. Arch Militant. I mean, there's also Executioner. No, doesn't really fit him. Yeah, I think he gets to be a vanguard. Do I have anything in my inventory that would aid him? Yes, I will take off the skirmisher boots, amazing as they are, and give him the Numu boots. There we go. Don't want that. Keep that. Keep that. So does anyone else want the skirmisher's boot? Chance to gain 2 movement points whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy. What does she have? Warmonger boots. I mean, that's good too. I think honestly, just give it to the rogue trader. All right. So yay, I got Heinrich's back. I was pretty confident I was going to get him back. But that doesn't mean I'm not happy to have him. Formation looks to be in order.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'll lay claim to the stars. Oh, here are the arbitrators. Code RT01091. The rogue trader is here. Oh, Solomon's over there. I thought that was Solomon.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a TIE thief. We must board the thief ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
Okay. I'm not sure he has the authority to demand the service of a rogue trader. I don't think he has the rank to do that, because rogue traders are very special. That said, if the Adeptus Arbites asks a favor, it would be a very bad idea for me to say no, politically. So the fact that he, first of all, is asking politely, but second of all, is actually offering a very substantial reward for my aid, I'm pleasantly surprised. So I am definitely going to play nice with him. It is a pleasure to see you, Solomon. And you, Glyto.
Glyto, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
Why have you approached me and not Winterscale? Rycat Minoris was his world.
I did, and I was rebuffed. As rogue trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the Tide's collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him. Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Coronis Expanse.
It's poor form for a rogue trader to refuse to help servants of the law.
It is not for me to judge the Emperor's anointed, not least when I cannot fault his reasoning.
Well, I will help the Adeptus Arbites. What is the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nullius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system. The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Arbite strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Tell me more about the ship you're promising me.
The Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of Xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands. I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Purifying and removing a ship equipped with blasphemous modifications from the hands of apostates is the sacred duty of all servants of the Omnissiah and of the Emperor.
I will only note that the xenotech equipment is to be destroyed, not studied comprehensively, Magos Explorator.
So, all the companions are voiced, Nittler, but only sometimes. They're not voiced 100% of the time. So sometimes I do a bad job of trying to voice them, and sometimes they're actually voiced. It's a little inconsistent. Okay, I am definitely not picking option 1. I don't want the ship, I want a cut of the tithe. That is blasphemous. Counter offer. I get the ship, and an arbitrator joins my retinue as well.
I do not have the power to choose my assignments, Rogue Trader. However, if the mission is successful, the Marshal is unlikely to refuse to deploy me as your escort.
I see. More information about the thief.
Sign. Transfer the latest data. Bryce. Hologram. This one has the complete file.
Alright, give me the rundown on Sagona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker. At one time, he was involved in the coal trade and the supply of Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sagona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
Alright, let's have a look at the file. Guido Sagona, unknown homeworld, psyker, specialty pyromancy, formally sanctioned, abandoned his post on a privateer ship and joined the pirates. Confirmed links, Casbalica, Xenos, alleged heretical cults. Also implicated in at least 15 attacks on trading vessels, status alive. Look at the hologram. The image quality leaves something to be desired, but you can make out the criminal's surfeit of augments and sumptuous clothing. There is something haughty, almost maniacal in his bearing, like the tyrants who sooner or later proclaim themselves gods. How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakat Manoris, I questioned the Liege of Footfall. He supplied me with exhaustive information about Sagona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sagona. Scum-eating scum. Nothing new there.
Makes sense. That'll do.
As you wish.
Any tactical recommendations for the assault?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter, and not let them kill us. Sagona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing.
Go on.
The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking, and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
Let me study the data slate. There are 24 basic commands, from head nods to combinations of hand gestures. Everything you need to quickly and efficiently communicate enemy positions and numbers, and even coordinate joint attacks. Alright, Proctor, you have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I have other matters to attend to en route to the Mundus Nullius. Will you be able to accompany me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
Very well. I have no further questions. Board the flagship and await my command.
Acknowledged. Sagona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yay! And now, where are those refugees? Kiawagama refugees. There they are.
None shall stand in my way.
So that's over this way, right? It's down this way.
I have a terrible sense of direction. So... these the ones? There they are. The refugees from Kiava Gama are looking at you, some with apprehensive frowns, others with unconcealed gratitude. Dogmatic attack. I need information. What happened on Kiava Gamma, and how did you end up here? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Kiava Gamma. Maybe there isn't even a Kiava Gamma anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from orbit, listening to one voxcast after another. We realized there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then it was like our crew went mad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against a cogitator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to Footfall. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. Heinrichs looks at the man closely, then at you. Corrupted voxcasts, a special breed of heresy that requires knowledge of unholy arts. Kiava Gamma could have fallen under the influence of twisted tech priests. Having once succumbed to corruption, they forget all limitations imposed by faith and delve into unbridled and dangerous research. What became of the ship that you used to get here? It is the property of the Von Valancia's dynasty. Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky it got us all the way to Footfall. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use for it anymore. It doesn't look like it's going to fly anywhere, and the local recollegers have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take apart whatever is left, scavenge some components. Hey! We got a Mechanicus Creations. Oh, so we just got 75% of a Mechanicus Creations cargo haul. Okay. The map of the Expanse was revealed to me before the Sea of Souls roiled and tangled the paths. How did you desperate ones reach Footfall all the way from the Cranach system without a navigator? Frightened by Cassia's appearance, the refugee covers his face with its hands, trembling violently. Please forgive my worthless words. We were feeling our way in the dark, you could say. All we had is some old maps. We prayed to the God Emperor every day and night, while our helmsman plotted the course. A miracle it must have been, your ladyship. You are hurling accusations at your masters. That is a sign of treason and must be punished accordingly. Do you realize this? One by one, the refugees fall to their knees. Please, have mercy. A few idiots shouted some things, that's all. We shut them up ourselves already. It was their grief and fear talking. Please, don't punish the rest of us for it. Pascal's voice sounds impassive and cold. Vituperation directed at the Adeptus Mechanicus was likewise registered. Denial is meaningless. Well, here I am, of course, going to be nice and pick the Iconoclast option, but I'm gonna have a look at it. Wanna execute it? Rest of you are free to go. So that's the nice dogmatic solution. Yeah. Even if I wasn't going for Iconoclast, I feel like that's the best one. You are pardoned. You may board my ship and continue to serve the Von Valancia's dynasty. Their eyes beam. Praise be to the Emperor. We're saved and pardoned. We'll do as we're told. We won't say another word. Bowing hastily, the refugees back away from you. 5 more points of Iconoclast. Where are we on the whole Iconoclast thing? 65 out of 200. Okay. So we have quite a ways to go to get to Votary. But we are adherent.
So we are a dogmatic follower, and we are an iconoclast adherent. Now my goal is to get to heretical adherent and iconoclast zealot, but we'll see if that's actually realistic. Does everyone have the same 6 movement points and 4 action points? Yeah, seems like it. I think that was all I wanted to do here. Let's see, what time is it? We've been going 3 hours. I think this might be a good place to call it for tonight. So we're gonna head to the entrance to the rest of Footfall. And then tomorrow I will be streaming this again, and we will head to explore the Shadow Quarter.